I have so much fun doing what I get to do because I get to work with people who are open, compassionate, they have integrity, they have heart for people. They're willing to get out of their comfort zone. They're willing to risk.
I'm meeting today with Gerry Edtl with Gerry Edtl Consulting. Can you tell me a bit about what you and Jordan do?
So what we do is we we have a very different, unique way of engaging insurance agency professionals, agency owners, property casualty agency owners, homeowner insurance type, in engaging them, finding the right ones that are the right fit for this strategy. And we teach a process for how to do that. This is for people who are like, I need a new revenue stream. Maybe they're sick of, the TPA, dragon breathing
Mhm.
at you, fire and hell and brimstone, right? Maybe they're just like, oh, Google's sucking me dry. They're bleeding me dry. And like, oh, yeah, I get that. Or plumbers, it's like, oh, plumbers, great work. I love to get the work from them, but dang, they're not loyal. They don't stay with you. But I want a better way. I want something else. I'm ready for something else.
So I know that while what you're doing right now is not water restoration itself, I know
Right.
that your background is very deep in actual water restoration. Can you tell
Well,
me
it
a little
is.
bit about how you got involved in water
I
restoration
can.
back in the day?
I can. I can. I could do this. I think I can do this quickly. Uh, I started at the age of 18 years of age. I needed a job, and mom and dad needed a technician in their service master franchise business. Okay. They
Okay.
bought a franchise. They were an independent when I was 12 years old. And when I was 18, they had bought a service master one somewhere in my later high school years. And I needed a job. And I'm a neatnik. I've always been a neatnik. I keep my room clean. It's that kind of thing. And I love cleaning. And so I started there as a carpet cleaner and then a floor. And I just learned to clean everything in a home. Anything in a home that needed to be cleaned, my dad would figure out this is how you do it. And he
Hmm.
was, this is the way you do it. And I said, okay. And I would follow it. And then I would figure out maybe what I thought was better ways to do it. And then, we'd negotiate that, of course. And,
Hmm.
but that's how I got started. And, yeah, I got the opportunity to, go to work for a gentleman that is my dearest friend, lifelong business partner, mentor. He's 91 now. He's active, he's sharp, he's vibrant, and I got the opportunity to go to work for him, and that was a transformational moment in
Hmm.
time. 4 years I got to do that, and one of the hardest decisions I made was I left. I had an opportunity. I got picked up. I got scouted by the corporate people, and they at that time they were in a Downers Grove, Illinois, and we're out in Portland, Oregon, right?
Hmm.
Whew, and it was like, well, you don't have to move. You could work from home because we want you to be a regional West Coast manager. I'm like, oh, I can work from home. Well, I think I could work from home. I'm pretty disciplined. I'm pretty,
Hmm.
I'm a routine guy. I like routines. And so I established a process to do that. And I worked from home for 4 years and traveled a lot. And the day came when they said, you, you get to move to Memphis because we just bought out this big company in Memphis and you get to move there. Your job will be there at the end of the year. And I said, thanks for the year's notice. And I started looking, and my lifelong friend and mentor 4 years later said, well, I'm expanding and I would love to be partners with you. Whoa. And
Hmm.
that is when I really got into disaster restoration. By that time, we had gone from a on location in-home cleaning company
Hmm.
to a restoration, a restorer, and really, that's now uniquely defined, as mitigation, and for some it's, restoring property, and some it's putting build, rebuild, and repair, and it's become a lot of things. But it was in that period where I got to work with Bill, that I really began to understand restoration, and specifically water. I remember the first time I got to go to dry school was up in someplace in Washington,
Hmm.
Everett, or I don't know where, but dry school was there, and a group of us, a technician, head technician, lead guy. He's phenomenal. He's amazing. He's the most wonderful person. And he's still there all these years later,
Oh,
and he's an
wow.
owner in the company. Oh my gosh, and I give him a shout out. His name is Manuel Avila, and he's just this phenomenal guy. He's a phenomenal human being. And we all went to the school together. This is a new thing. We're going to learn the science of drying, you know. Can you imagine that? That's how old I am. Anyway, anyway, we went, and I remember sitting in this classroom, and I don't remember who was teaching. I think they're legendary guys, but I just was like, we got in the car, we rode together. It was like five of us, and we rode together for six in the van, minivan, whatever it was, and we're driving home, and I go, okay, I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel like I'm just like the dumbest I'm the stupid. I don't. How have I been drying all these years? Oh, what a fool I am. I don't understand it. And we're all laughing and we're all talking about, yeah, I feel the same way. And it's like, okay, well, breathe, relax, it's no, now you're learning. What are we learning? And from there, it's a science. And I loved it. It was so fun to learn. It was a puzzle. Let's figure this out. How do we use this science? And I fell in love with it. It's just a passion. And it's just, hey, I can pronounce psychrometric. I can't spell it, but I can pronounce it. And I know who can spell it every time I want to use it. Google.
Exactly.
Siri knows everything, how to spell and pronounce every word I put into it. So that's how I got started.
That's wonderful. I think when Jim and I early
Yeah.
on went up to Dry's also, that's where Jim took his
Did you?
AMRT
Where
class,
is it
I believe.
located?
And I took an
Where's it
exact mate
located?
class. So I have good memories of going
Okay.
up there as well. It was kind of a fun little getaway. We were there for a couple days and took the classes, and
Wow.
I have good memories of that as well.
There you go.
So what is it that you and Jordan do that is unique in the industry? You two really stand out to me as having a different feel, a different approach. Um, but what is it that you think you guys bring that's different than the other companies out there?
I got this like really different way of doing agents. Okay, that's all.
Mhm.
That's all. Jordan and I are committed to ourselves and being the best we can.
Mhm.
And we're growing and learning how to do that. And we're committed to our partners. Is that unique? I don't think it's unique, but it's what we do. It's who we are. And
Mhm.
it's who we're learning to be more of. And I'm blessed with the best partner in the world, my daughter. She's just
Mhm.
phenomenal. And she's such a great leader, and I get to follow her.
I've been so
Go ahead.
impressed with watching you guys over the last 6 years. It's very evident how much time and effort you put into improving your own process, even
Mhm.
though I'm sure with the effort that you've put in, it is very well refined, but still you're putting an effort. And it reminds me of, I wish I could remember the musician that was practicing in his 90s, and they asked him, why are you still practicing? And he
I
said, well, I
practice.
think I'm just starting to get it. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
that same
Yes.
attitude.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and then also that you both are very genuine and not
Mm.
apologetic for who you are, but very authentic. And
Mhm.
um, I think that really comes across very strongly. Who's the exact right customer? Who's your, I mean, avatar is kind
Oh.
of a buzzword, but who's
Oh.
the exact right
Yeah.
client, company that could most likely benefit from what you do
Mm.
versus a
Oh,
company that's you're kind of maybe not the right fit for?
I get to meet so many people that are the exact right fit. They got heart. They're open-minded. They're they're stretching out of their comfort zone and willing to be stretched, right? That's the ideal right there. I have this wonderful client in Indianapolis, and he'll tell you, oh, I started following you online, on Facebook posts and your LinkedIn post. I think it was more LinkedIn posts, but he sees me and he's like, yeah, I like these. I like this guy. I like this guy. It was like 2, 3 years ago. I got a wonderful client in New Jersey, and it's like, oh yeah, I met you. I first met you, at the Restoration Rebel Conference. I go in Nashville, the first one. Oh my gosh, how long ago was that?
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm sitting in his office, with his beautiful partner and his beautiful team, phenomenal people, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting, and it took that long to get things ready.
Mm-hmm. There's so many problems to solve when you first open a restoration business, and there
Oh my
are
gosh.
so many resources bombarding you that say they have the solution. And I think most of them do have the solution for some sorts of businesses. And so it's just a
Well,
matter of
sure.
thinking efficiently, which
Right.
of these is the right help for my business?
It's about helping people get the help they need where they are. It's just, instead of selling, oh, you need to buy my service, but you need my service. We can manipulate people.
Mhm,
We call it motivate, but really we're just trying to get them to do what we want. And
mhm.
it's like, no, I heard you. I felt you say, no, I want to help people get the help they need.
I think it's lovely that the people that would benefit from your process are then the people that end up becoming your clientele and the people that you work with. And because of the process and the right people that sort of funnel into who you get to work with,
Mhm.
then the people you're working with are really pretty lovely people.
Yeah,
So
they
what a
are.
nice
They're phenomenal.
environment you've created
Yeah.
based
It,
on your business
you know,
model. It's
you
very
know,
smart.
and let me just say, this has been a labor of love.
Mhm,
I've been at this now. I left corporate America. I'm in my 18th year of freedom
mhm,
and self-employment and financial crash,
mhm.
as the market crashed in '08, '09, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, a bandage, financial bandage that I got to get out of debt because of
Mhm,
that bridge. And it opened up, oh, this is my passion. I love to help people be successful with insurance agent sales, and it's changed. It's not the same. And 10,000 hours. I have the equivalent of a PhD. I don't have the accreditation, but I have the equivalent of, and Jordan, oh my gosh, we are PhDs at this, right?
mhm,
We've done so much research, so much testing, so much refining. The first version was the best we had, and it
mhm.
worked. And the second version was the best we had, and it worked, and so on. And I don't know what version we're on anymore, and it's changing as we speak. Right now, Jordan and I are changing and evolving it. And it's like, because we're committed to being the best we can be